So today, this is going to be my very first YouTube video. Hi, I am, I don't know which name to say. Because I have so much of them, like so much name. But if you want me to talk about my traveling life as a RVer, a single solo considered black, single solo, had no experience when I started, black, RVer. I've been on the road now for 3 years, to be exact. And when I started out, I have absolutely no experience at all. None whatsoever. Um, as a matter of fact, I bought an RV before this one, and I was so scared, like really scared to drive it, to even drive it. That thing was so, I don't know if it's because I'm afraid of big buses or just to drive, period. But yeah, I was afraid of it. So I was so afraid of it that I left it somewhere. Gosh. I did. I left it somewhere, and when I went back, somebody who needed more than I do took it. So that is the beginning of my RV story. But the good thing about RVs that I learned without any experience at all was because I was so much a traveler my entire life. I always consider having like a bad. I didn't think about fridge and TV. I didn't even know that those things are possible. In an RV or in anything at all, I had zero nang experience about any of this kind of stuff, right? All I knew in my head that I would like to travel. So, I bought a lot of properties in my lifetime, owned a lot of homes. Um, I lived in some of the richest places and some of the poorest places as well, and middle class, and all over in between. But I can tell you one thing, I love my RV. Her name is Shasha Sage, not Sasha. Shasha Sage. I choose to name her that because everyone cannot say my name. It's very difficult. I find out. But a friend of mine from Florida who is a biochemist, he did not know how to say my name. Surprising, he's a biochemist. So he chose to call me Shasha. So I remember because I'm a vegan, once I said to him, I says, "Hey man," I say, "I'm hungry." And he said, "Shasha, how comes you can be hungry? Go outside, cut some grass, and put some ketchup on it." And I thought, oh my God, I just, I laughed so hard. I'm telling you, I was laughing so hard because I can't believe he said that. Like, what are you trying to do? Biochemist me? Are you kidding me? Of all the people. He cannot say my name and now he's gonna tell me to go cut some grass and put ketchup on it so I can have a meal. Anyways, back to her story. So that's how I get the name Shasha. And sage is my favorite. I learned about sage about 5 years ago, and with the Native American in South Dakota. And sage was awesome to me. I have severe allergies, extremely severe allergies, and it's one of my nightmares, or was my nightmare. Send me to the hospital. It's done everything. But so when I got to South Dakota, of course, I spent 3.5 years there. Um, I went to the Native Americans ceremony, and I found out about sage. That sage had just got into my system and decided to be my best friend. Better than doctors, better than everything else. So that sage helped me a lot. Yes, and she's still my buddy today. So I don't go to the doctor unless it's very last resort, and I do not. I am a sager. So that's why I called her Shasha Sage. So both names come from two things that means very, very, very much to me. Um, I I have to give you this little joke before I go any further. So I have a friend in Portland, and I don't know, man. I really don't know, but the craziest thing can come up at me, I'm telling you, the craziest thing can come at me. So one day he was passing the RV, and I don't know what was on his mind. I think that Joker was hungry. So he knocked at my door. He says, "Hey, I thought you said sausage." I'm sorry, guys. I have to laugh, right? Because he says, "I thought you said sausage on your door." And I said, "Okay, yeah." His name was Robert. I said, "Okay, Robert, because you're hungry, you don't have to think you can eat my... you can think you can eat my RV, okay? Just go on inside and get you some, get you some food." I didn't even realize myself that the name Shasha Sage was so close to sausage. Gosh, oh God, what such a gift. Anyway, I don't want to laugh the day off, but, but that was funny. And every time I remember it, I laugh because it's just so deep to see that all of that turns out to be something um, that is like really meaningful. Anyway, here's Mrs. Lil Sasha Sage here, and so that was her name for. I didn't steal her name. Each time I write her name, I started out non experience again, and it was I printed some stuff that I bought on the Dollar Tree to make my name, and that didn't work out so well, so I wrote around it, and that didn't work out so well. Then I did paintings, and that was kind of iffy jiffy still for the few years. So eventually this summer I wrote it in a different way. So I think that's gonna last a while until I get in the head where I have to make some changes. But that looks pretty. I will show the colors, and I will go outside and take pictures and and show you pictures or videos of who Shasha Shades is. Well, okay, so that's my little jokey, fun part. So what do I do? I started out traveling. I did not even understood it to be traveling at the time, but I left out from Fort Lauderdale, and oh God, that was a different story all by itself, because when I bought Shasha, I bought it in South Miami. Um, I'm from Fort Lauderdale, and when I saw it online, I knew that I had to get it, and so I pursue. Then I messed up. Then I went back. So finally, the guy says, "Oh yeah, I can get it." So I went down with one of my family, and oh my gosh, I can tell you all these stories. It's not good to tell. So I went down, I looked at it. I says, "How do you get the step out?" And I went inside. It was all right. It was clean, empty out, and everything like that, ready to go. And I checked, I know what I did. I did check the generator. Or maybe I didn't check the generator, but he told me that the